Welcome at CFI. At CFI, we should be the ones that predict the future of crypto. We said that if we will hold 21,500-ish level, we will do well, and February will end up much higher than we are there. We were there, which was about 22,000. We did hold that level. We did hit 3 days later. 3 days later, we have hit $25,000. Perfect. So now, if you guys were lucky, take some money off and see what happens from now, because as you know, there are many people that predict that from 25,000 we should drop heavier, which we don't believe will happen, but just in case, we want to be prepared and ready. So crypto moves fast in recent days. You should not be afraid of that volatility. You should learn how to put your stops if you're trading and quickly re-enter if situation changes. Because if you're fast, you manage to catch those nice moves. We would like today to remind you of some nice coins that we were talking months ago and are now doing some moves. And maybe some coins that maybe you didn't hear or forgot that have actual value and are still cheap. And later on, we're going to have a look at TokenTerminal and try to check which coins are still of good value compared to the valuations and profits that they make. So first coin that we would like to show you, what's important as well is that crypto market is actually doing well when stock market is not. So stock market lower, crypto market higher, and that is the trend that we trying to explain to some people that are in crypto for shorter period than like 1.5 years. That crypto not always was correlated with stocks. It is correlated right now, but we may detach anyway any time, because crypto is mainly driven by Bitcoin cycles. Sometimes we will correlate, sometimes we will not correlate. So I would not bet like most people that say, okay, stock market will crash, crypto will crash, and then reverse. That's not always the case, so be mindful of that. So the coin we want you to check, and had a nice move. Finally, after so many months of doing almost nothing and presenting good value and had good profits, was of course one of our first stablecoin and known purchases, which is TrueFi. And look at that explosion from 0.04 or 0.04 something to almost 0.14. This coin was up 150% today. Not sure if it's still the case, but 150% in one day. And TrueFi, if you look at valuation, is probably still cheap. It's probably still around 100 million. TrueFi was a leader of TokenTerminal's value coins that we were presenting to you before. It was always around top 5 because it had good profits and low valuations. That's why we love TokenTerminal so much, because we can see those numbers. We can see which coins are nicely undervalued. And another one is a bridge that we started to use. And when we started to use Stargate Finance, we are not using anything else. If we find STG, there you go. Stargate Finance also has very good last few days. I think it's up over 20% just today. We did use multi-chain previously, AnySwap, which was our first investment in that kind of play of bridges. But since we found Stargate and we could see that we are actually moving between chains in minutes and not hours like a multi-swap, then that's the bridge that we are using predominantly. And they have also main chains that we use. So it's a perfect match. So actually when we are using that bridge all the time, we should actually add to that bridge, because usually when you like to use a token, when you like to use a smart contract or any protocol, that's when a lot of people will use it because it's convenient and it's fast. So if you see something that is helping you in your life in crypto, that's something that you should have in your portfolio. We did have it, but we think that we should buy more, especially that's the only bridge that we use at the moment. Okay, I don't see any other choice. Multi-chain may be a bit safer. We don't know yet. None of those were hacked, so future will show. But definitely, if you want to do some moves quickly between blockchains, Stargate Finance is killing it. Okay, let's go to, first of all, information. ZK Sync will finally have their mainnet. Mainnet name is ERA mainnet. So maybe they will drop tokens to some testnet users soon. We did encourage you before to play with the testnet on ZK Sync. Definitely ecosystem worth checking and paying attention to. Another ecosystem that is actually killing today is Multiverse X. Multiverse X is simply Elrond, so they changed the name and they are focusing on metaverse now. And the good information is that they have signed or they teamed up with Tencent, the Chinese giant that doesn't even have Western counterpart. They're so big. They basically do everything, just like Amazon, but they do more digital stuff. They also own WeChat, Tencent, which is the most popular app in China. It's a super app that they do basically everything for WeChat. And let's move to TokenTerminal. So let's check at price to fees of tokens that have a circulating number. The cheapest ones are, as you can see, X2Y2, which is a NFT marketplace. SpookySwap is always there. I'm just waiting when that SpookySwap will gonna explode, because for now it's only Phantom token exploding. SpookySwap is still cheap. QuickSwap, as you can see, another DEX, this time on Polygon. And then one of the most interesting ones in here, I think it's Radiant Capital. And if we take into account full valuation, so fully diluted PE ratio, which gives us a bit clearer picture because there's no dilution later on. Those are the cheapest ones. So SpookySwap, please explode. SpookySwap is the cheapest. Then Hedgic is nice. It's an options trade. X2Y2 as well. Looks rare. And now let's look at just profits. So if you look at fees in general, in last 30 days, there's one token that is number 3 that we didn't see and shouldn't be there actually, because it's some kind of new token. Manifold.xyz, and the second one is Blur, B-L-U-R. Those two tokens are new entrants to that top fees presentation here. Both of them work in the area of NFT art. Blur is making it easier to exchange tokens, exchange NFTs and art, which is really people from Twitter love Blur. And it's unfortunately Blur is a bit expensive. I think it's about 300 million, but keep an eye definitely on both of them, and try to find your perfect entry. Besides those are the old guard, as we say. They're always making good money. So that's it from now. Always keep on checking TokenTerminal, keep on checking CFI, and see you at 30,000 BTC.